story about that subdivision. One day, me, my cousin, and a friend of ours, we were over at my friend's house playing music, which, you know, is something that I'm a big fan of. Well, while we were playing music, we were like, hey, let's walk down to the pavilion at the subdivision down the road. So we were like, okay, so we grabbed guitars, and I have a cajon, which is like a little drum box thing, and we walked down the road, and as we were walking, you know, we're kind of playing as well. Well, we get to the pavilion, and we're just sitting under there, you know, just pretty much just bullshitting around and, you know, making music and everything, and then my friend was like, let's go play in downtown. Just go sit up at the courthouse and just play downtown. And we were just like, me and my cousin looked at each other like, okay, yeah, fuck it, whatever. We're not doing anything, so, you know, we, you know, pack the instruments into my car and everything, and we take off. We get downtown. You know, we're just sitting at the courthouse, and some folks come over and listen to us play, and, you know, we're not really, you know, trying to make any money, or we're just trying to have a good time. So, you know, music is something that all three of us enjoy. We were just playing and everything and having a good time, and well, there's this restaurant that usually does open mic, and, you know, we were like, hey, let's go see if maybe we can play, you know, upstairs at the bar or something. So we go down there. Well, you know, while we're walking down there, you know, they were kind of busy, so we were like, so we were just sitting on some benches and stuff, and right outside this music hall, and we didn't know that this music hall was having an open mic night. And the owner of the music hall was like, he walked out and was like, hey, are you guys here for the open mic? And we all looked at each other like, no, like, what the hell are you talking about? We just out and about playing some fucking music. And he was like, so you mean to tell me 3 musicians are sitting outside of a music hall that has an open mic night and you're not here to play? We were like, yeah, I mean, in the simplest form, yeah. He was like, you guys are coming to play. And I'm like, I mean, I told my cousin and my friend, I was like, I mean, if you guys are down, I'm down if you are. And they were like, I mean, I guess. And the guy was like, well, let me tell you this. I'm standing here listening to you guys play. You're not bad at all. You were actually really, really good, you know. And I really want you to come play. I wish you guys could have been around for the clinic that we had earlier, because I think you guys would have benefited a lot and learned a lot. We were like, well, fuck it, yeah, let's play. So, you know, we took all the instruments inside the music hall and everything. It was like, you guys will be up first. You know, we weren't like really a band or anything at the time. We were just 3 dudes playing music. And so we were like, well, what the fuck are we gonna play? Because, I mean, we've really only just been, you know, bullshitting around. We haven't like really written anything. And you know, my friend is like, he's a real big Guns N' Roses fan, and he can play the hell out of a guitar. Like in comparison, he's like a Slash Junior, man. He's a fucking beast. And so we were like, well, let's run Paradise City. I mean, we all 3 know that. We can run that, and I mean, fuck, let's just bullshit 2 other songs. And so we were like, okay. So my cousin and my friend were on guitar, and I was on the little drum box thing, and you know, we just started playing, and we finished, and everybody was like, you know, for some people who aren't really a band, you guys were extremely clean, and it sounded good. And so we were like, well, we appreciate it, and you know, everybody was clapping and everything, and we didn't really have a name or anything like that. And the owner of the music hall, he did the announcements and everything, and he was like, well, before you guys get ready to play, I'll end up giving you a name. I'll come up with something. So we were like, okay, sure, whatever. And so when he's doing this announcement, and you know, he was telling the same story like I was, you know, he walked out and it's 3 dudes playing music out in front of this music hall that has an open mic night, and he asked if we're coming to play, and we're like, no. And he was like, why not? You're 3 musicians who are pretty talented, at least from what I can tell so far, and you're not coming to play? And he was like, so I talked to him, and I convinced him to play. And so he was like, so without further ado, I give you the Sidewalk Rejects. And we were like, huh, well, okay, well, I mean, we were found on the sidewalk. I mean, you know, if you would have saw us that day, you would have been like, well, okay, maybe they're just some, you know, bum-ass kids just walking around with guitars and a fucking drum box, you know? So that's the name that we used starting off as we played music. And you know, from that day, you know, we started doing other things, and then things kind of, you know, like, you know, split off. And you know, I got busy with, you know, work, and you know, my cousin got busy with school, and you know, our friend, you know, he still was pushing to start the music, so he was trying to get other, you know, like a bass player and you know, a vocalist or something. And you know, he went through a couple different things, and he ended up playing with some other guys, and that stuff didn't really work out. And so one day, you know, me and my cousin and my friend hung out again, and we're actually sitting down to write some music. And while my friend was playing with these other people, he actually started singing, like being a vocalist, and he was really damn good. And so we started writing music, and to, you know, lyrics that he had written, and you know, we ended up coming back with a different name of Like Clockwork. And you know, we have some, you know, we have a couple recordings floating around. I think there's some on the Facebook page that ended up getting like 100 likes. But then, you know, life happens. You know, we all got busy and everything with, you know, different stuff. You know, I was, you know, since I was the oldest, you know, I was at work all the time. My cousin was still in high school, and our friend, he was homeschooled, so he had more free time than me and my cousin did. But yeah, I mean, we started making that music, and it was actually, in my opinion, really good music, you know, for 3 guys that, you know, started off just bullshitting, and ended up, you know, playing a gig the first time the 3 of us had ever played music together. You know, me and my cousin played together, and then me and my friend that played together, but all 3 of us together had never played. You know, so it was kind of crazy how that happened, but I still play music when I get the chance, you know, but I'm always busy with work most of the time. But you know, my cousin, he still plays. He's in college. And my friend, he's still going steady strong. You know, he has a band. If you guys ever on Facebook or YouTube, check out his band, Sanctified Revival. You know, it's good Southern rock music, man. Talented group of people, man. He's playing with his younger brother, a friend of his, and actually my uncle. And you know, they play gigs around, you know, around Metro Atlanta all the time, and you know, it's good music. If you ever, you know, if you get a chance to, you know, give them a like on Facebook and follow them on YouTube and subscribe and everything, and you're into Southern rock, man, go ahead, you know, give them, you know, tell them Chaos sent you. You know, so that's the story about, you know, that pavilion and how that whole musical journey started. I should have went there. I should have went. But fuck it. I've gone now, so